Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Natasha. Welcome to Hooks and Stitches. I have come to you today with a video because I said that I was going to try and do them a bit more frequently, and I have got two new things to show you, and I've also got a finished object. So I'll start off with the finished object because I can't wait to show you. I say it's finished. I'm going to be adding things of my own to it, so I'll be showing you a bit more, as I do it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's finished because all of the items I needed to do have been completed. So it's my faux art blanket, and if I stand back a minute, I don't know if you can get it all in. Right, let's start at the top. I've got the sun. If you can see, I filled the trailer, and I've done the pumpkins and the sunflowers, and then the horse and the mushrooms. Now I've just realised that I haven't put all the little dots on the mushrooms yet, but I'll show you that in fine detail in just a minute. I can always do that another time. I've got some sunflowers down there growing. A couple of them are a bit wonky, but I did it on my lap, and my son came to visit me today, and I said to him, I'm a bit annoyed because one of them's a little bit wonky, and he said, don't worry Mum, they're just blowing in the wind. So I'm going with that because I think that's really good. Quite a nice excuse. Now there's the whale. I haven't done the tail. I stitched it down, but not the tail, because I wanted to kind of show that it was sticking out the water a little bit. I thought that would be quite nice, and it also adds some texture to it. Obviously you've got the boat and the lighthouse, and then if I show you close up, you can see on one of those I've done the dots, but I forgot to do them on the other two because I was itching to show you it. And then in the trailer, it's still open a little bit, but they're stitched down. I've got some sunflowers and some pumpkins in the trailer, ready to go to the barn. And then a close-up of my dodgy flowers. But I think what I'll do is I'll take a photo of it and then I'll put it in the comment section down on the video, because I don't know how to add it in a picture like everyone else seems to in their videos. I'm yet to learn that, but then it doesn't matter. But all in all, I think it looks really nice. But I want to add things like a few vegetables and things onto the brown bit to show that it's a working garden. I know it looks like it's in the front of houses, but then I've got front garden and back garden, and my neighbour uses the front garden as his vegetable garden, so I don't see any harm in that. So that's what I'm going to do. But it sets the scene, and I'm really, really loving it. And at least it's a finished object to show you. Next, I will show you the baby blanket. In my last video, I showed you what I'd started with, called the Yasmin blanket, and I wasn't really that chuffed with it. And I don't know whether it's because when I see a pattern, I've got to do it the same colours, because in my brain it won't sit right, or it doesn't look right because it's not the same colours as what the pattern suggested. And so I was a bit like, oh God, what do I do? and I wasn't loving it. I didn't pick it back up after I put it down on that first initial night, so I knew it wasn't right. So I picked it all back, and I decided to make a bee blanket, and I've chosen this one. Now on Ravelry it was £3.50, and on Etsy the same pattern was £6. So naturally I've gone with the cheaper one because I only need the instruction really, basically, and not so much for the hexagon, but for the placing of it. And I think I'm one of those that need to follow something. I can't just work it out in my own brain, if you know what I mean. And so I purchased the pattern, which I don't mind purchasing patterns to help designers one bit, because at the end of the day that's what it's all about, and I like to support all the people that I watch and you know, and things, and if I see patterns on Etsy and things, you know, it takes time to put patterns together, but naturally if it's going to be the same pattern for two different prices, I'm going to go with the cheapest, so then I can afford something else later on. So I've made a start this afternoon. And I got this pegboard for Christmas, and what better chance to get it out than to put my hexies on it. Now I don't know whether I've stretched them too far, because this is the first time I've ever used one, but the holes don't, where I haven't you know, where if I wanted it to sit without actually megally stretching it, the holes are in the wrong place. So I've kind of done it overly stretching rather than under, so that it actually kind of brings the shape out. So if anyone could advise me that uses one, that would be quite nice to make sure I'm doing it right. But I haven't sprayed them or anything. I've just literally pegged them on as I've made them, and then I'm going to hope that it all goes right. But I've made 3 of these because the stack is quite tall, and then just 1 of the other colours because I wanted to see how they marry up next to each other. So I'm just going to literally do 4 or 6, you know, of an evening. I'm hoping to do 4, but you know, maybe at weekends I'll get more done, but it all depends what I'm like in the week, and if I only get 2 done, well then so be it. But I've got until June to complete it, so I'm not worried like that. But I thought I would come on and show you that, because that was the decision I'd made today from the discussion that we talked about in my last video. And then my amigurumi project that I'm doing now for the school, which I spoke about before, was the otter. And there's a picture of it, and it's by the Cottontail and Whiskers company. It's called Pip the Otter. And I started it on Saturday afternoon, then we went out for a little tiny bit in the evening. We just went out for tea and came back, and then I carried on, and I'd done it quite a bit yesterday. Yesterday I ordered the eyes for it because I hadn't done that yet, and I'm very soon going to be doing the head, so I thought I'd better get on with it in case it takes a few days to come. But it's a very good pattern. It's very well explained, and it's got photos all the way through, which I found really helpful as well. And I actually learned how to do the fold, and I'm quite impressed that I actually managed it. And I'm just about to start the second fold now as well, but I wanted to get on and do this video so that I could upload it whilst I pop out again, because my family's going out for tea again, and so I wanted to get it done and upload it whilst nobody's using the internet. my last video that I did was only 5 minutes long, and it took an hour and 44 minutes to upload, so I wasn't very happy with that. We're still having issues, and in my videos previously, a few months ago, I said, oh, we're supposed to be getting it, you know, over so many months and what have you. They've done the groundworks, and it's just sat there doing nothing. And it's going to be another 2 years yet, apparently now, and so we feel like we've been a bit kind of let down by them, really, and that was Wildernet. So I've just got to kind of do the videos when I can, and, you know, put up with the upload speed, I suppose. But that's not too bad anyway, you know. I'm going to try and do them as often as I can, and then just lump it, you know. You'll get a video when it happens. But I do want to start doing them more often, so I thought if I can just come and show you what I've been doing in those few days, at least we'll get one done regularly. What else have I got to tell you? Oh yes, the turtle pattern from my video that I did on Wednesday evening, it's now Monday because it's my day off, but last Wednesday evening I did the video about the turtle, and I forgot to tell you about the pattern, and it was a very, very sought out, very good pattern. There was photos with every single step. The designer, Heidi, because it was from Heidi's Bears. I had a couple of questions for her because I wasn't sure how it would go, or whether I could actually organise it into colours so that I had for the top shell and the bottom shell. As it worked out, I could do that. And she responded really quickly and was really, really helpful. So it's, you know, they are very good patterns, and I do recommend them, and I will be buying more in the future. But that was the only thing that I forgot to tell you, because I was trying to rush it out so I could get it up. So that's it, really. That's all I have to come and talk to you about today. I'm back to work tomorrow, and so I will be continuing with my bits and pieces in the evenings and that. And then on Thursday is our last day of term for Easter, so I'll be able to get quite a bit done over the Easter holiday, I'm hoping. So you might actually have a few videos from me quite regularly over the Easter period. So I'm going to go. Take care, my lovelies. Thank you very much for watching. Hello to everyone, I should have said at the beginning, that are my returning, and hello to everyone that is my new subscribers to my channel, because I love to see you all, and the more you like and comment, the more I know that people are out there actually taking notice. But I'm going to go. Take care, and see you very soon. Bye, lovelies.